Just, wow. I don't think words can describe how proud I am, how excited I am for and by this Canadian men's national team. Coming in to the first final round of the World Cup qualifiers in over 20 years that Canada has participated in. The first time since qualifying for the 1998 World Cup that the Canadian national team is participating in. And they start off their first window, 3 games, undefeated, pick up 5 points, including 1 against the United States on US soil. This is by far the deepest team Canada has ever had, the best team Canada has ever had in terms of top-end talent. If any Canadian national team can get to the World Cup, this squad is it. So, looking at the 3 games, the first game, Honduras at BMO Field, ends up being a 1-1 draw. Now, of all 3 of Canada's games, this is the only one where I think the result is a bit of a disappointment to us. We would have loved the 3 points against Honduras at home. We probably should have gotten the 3 points against Honduras at home. And honestly, the Canadians played fantastic in this game. In terms of overall controlling the possession the entire game, they were very, very good in this game. This was possibly their greatest game in that regards. But their issue was they weren't able to make anything out of that possession. And despite having a lot more possession than Honduras, Honduras actually had more high-quality chances than Canada did, which was not how Canada really would have liked that game to go. And even though we got a draw, both goals being on penalties, Honduras did hit a post after Canada tied it up. It was a bit of a mess. In the end, Canada squeaked out a draw. They just lacked the bit of killer instinct on the end of some balls, lacked the ability to create high quality chances, and that cost them 2 points in this match. After the first game against Honduras, it was a road trip to Nashville to face the United States. Now, Canada's first road game of this World Cup qualifier. And I think they start off a bit easy on the road. I mean, okay, the US right now, winners of the Gold Cup, winners of the Nation League, one of the 2 best teams in Concacaf year in, year out pretty much. But in terms of going and playing in uncomfortable Concacaf situations, playing in Nashville in the US is what sort of a lot of these Canadian men's national team players are used to, especially Alistair Johnston, given that's literally where he plays his club football. And this game, right from the opening kickoff, the whole way through, Canada was playing tick for tack with the United States, being basically right up there with them. Whatever you can do, I can do. And yes, the US did go up, scoring a goal early in the second half, but pretty close after, Alphonso Davies down the left side, hit another one of his classic runs down the left, crosses it in low. Kyle Larin, who scored the penalty against Honduras, taps it in front. Larin scoring his 20th goal for the Canadian men's national team, which puts him in sole position for second all-time, just 2 goals behind a certain Dwayne De Rosario. And also for Kyle Larin, that is his 12th goal this year. What an absolute destroyer of worlds level year Kyle Larin is having for the Canadian national team. He had 8 goals spanning back to 2014 for Canada coming into this year. And this year alone in 2021, he has scored 12. The guy has found some incredible form at the perfect time for the Canadians to push for a spot in the World Cup. And also on that goal, Alphonso Davies with the assist. Davies, this window again shows that for Canada, that every time I see him play for Canada, he plays for Canada, he's better than he was the last time. Davies is continuing to develop as a player, continuing to get better as a player, and he's already by far the best player in CONCACAF. And the fact that you see him come back every couple months to play for Canada and he's still getting better, that's terrifying, seeing the level of player that he's growing into, the quality of player that he's going into. The guy is insane and he's getting better all the time. Unfortunately, Davies did go down with an injury in that US game. Apparently it was something that had started bugging him in the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich a couple weeks ago. In the US game, he kind of re-aggravated it a little bit, and so out for the remainder of that game, and then missing the last game against El Salvador as a precaution. But Canada pulls out a crucial 1-1 draw against the US in Nashville, silences the American home crowd, drawing a US team that were opening up their home games in the World Cup qualifiers after a disappointing road draw to El Salvador. And for the US, road draw to El Salvador, home draw to Canada, this is starting off as a disastrous start to the World Cup qualifiers for them. So, moving on to today, the final and third game for Canada at home against El Salvador. Pretty much a must-win match going into this game. 3 points out of 3 games is not enough for Canada to push for a World Cup spot, especially with 2 of those 3 games being at home. Canada starts off with a lot of games at home. We need to be solidified, high up in the standings, in the top 3, top 2, 100% by the time 2022 hits, because most of our home games are in the first 3 months of the World Cup qualifiers. 2022, we're majority of the time on the road. We need to get most of the job done now. So Canada at home against El Salvador needs the 3 points, and they came out right off the bat flying. 6 minutes in, Richie Laryea, what a window he had. If there's one thing I saw from this window, it's that Richie Laryea is way better than Toronto FC lets him be. This is a guy that is actually incredible. Very, very good. Needs better players around him than what is provided to him at Toronto FC. If I'm a European scout, I see what Richie Laryea did for Canada in these 3 games, and I'm like on it. But Richie Laryea having a fantastic window on the left side, gets it over in the middle to Atiba Hutchinson. The guy 1 cap away from tying Julian de Guzman's record, scores his 8th goal for Canada and puts Canada up 1-0 right off the bat to start the game. Then, just 5 minutes in, cross into the box, Vitoria heads it back across the goal to Tajon Buchanan, the youngster who, after a bad start in the first game, had a fantastic third match against El Salvador. He crosses it back over, and Jonathan David, the Lille man, the French league champion, puts it in, puts Canada up 2-0 just 11 minutes into the match. And from then on out, Canada was just in control of this one. El Salvador pushed forward a bit but didn't have any real high quality chances. Canada kept it in control, getting a couple more chances here or there. And then in the second half, Eric Zavaleta, the Toronto FC defender who was the El Salvador captain for this match, puts a bad pass to his defensive partner, Jonathan David, hops on it, steals the ball. David and Tajon Buchanan in on a 2-on-1 with the only man back is Eric Zavaleta. David across to Buchanan. Buchanan slips in his 2nd goal ever for Canada, puts Canada up 3-0, and that was all she wrote. Canada beats El Salvador, gets the must-win game 1, gets a crucial 3 points to put them at 5 points in this window, which in a window where a lot of teams have tied, a lot of teams have had some rough moments. Honduras drawing El Salvador, Costa Rica drawing Panama, 3 points to get 5 points on the window. That is huge for Canada. We were the early games, so we're not sure how the rest of the games they're going to close out, but 5 points puts Canada right in the top 3 conversation after the first set of match days. And I think the best case scenario in this window would have been 7 points beating Honduras and beating El Salvador, but honestly, I'd take drawing the US and drawing one of the 2 home games over winning both of the home games and then losing to the US, because the US has potential to be a team that we're fighting for a spot in the World Cup against, and so to take 2 points away from the US on the road when they're at home, that is huge. So Canada, great window, absolutely fantastic. Probably the 2nd best case scenario that could have happened this window, and that is something very good, and that builds a great foundation for this team's World Cup qualifying run moving forward. So that's how Canada stands after the first window in the World Cup qualifiers. And next window in October, we have Mexico on the road, Jamaica on the road, and then Panama at home in Toronto in BMO Field. Crucial window. I mean, every window is crucial. Jamaica on the road, if you get anything out of that, you're in a good spot. If you get 3 points out of that, you're in a really good spot. Panama at home, especially considering the starts to the World Cup qualifiers that Panama have had, drawing Costa Rica at home and then beating Jamaica on the road, and they might be tying Mexico right now. Honestly, I don't know. But with the start that Panama has had, they may be a team that we're fighting for a spot in the World Cup against. They may be a team that we're fighting for third place against. So Panama at home, that is the must-win game of the next window. But as far as we've done for this window, we've set the good foundation. Now we just got to keep it rolling. So that does it for this video. As always, if you'd like to hit like, if you want to see more of my stuff, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, link is down below in the description, and I will see you next time.